Okay, I'm going to show how I made my last solar panel with the help from solarcells101.com. I made the last one with 4x4, so 4x4 wafers or solar cells. These are 3x3. They're broken, but they're supposed to still give me 0.5 volts each. So, but first, in order to make them work, we have to solder on this tabbing wire. This tabbing wire right now is about 6 inches. You want to leave some excess, like these are the 4x4s I had. This is one example. I'll show you in a second. Of the 4x4 I had before. Okay. So these tabbing wires were actually about 10 inches long. But you have to put the tabbing wire on the front and on the back. These are only done on the front. I didn't use them. But the back is the positive side, the front's the negative side. But you need the wires in order to connect them. We're going to connect them in series. We'll get to that later. But first, in order to put the tabbing wire on the silicon, the solar cell, we can put down some. This is a solder iron. Right now I've got this set at a 30-watt setting. They recommend 25, but I find it's easier with the 30. You just have to be light with it. This is solder. This is resin core solder. Radio Shack's got it. So, this might be hard, so I just melt the solder on the tip of the iron as I run the iron along the path as much as it will go. So right there now should have a nice bead of solder. And then after that, you get your 6-inch or longer tabbing wire, and you lay it down on the tab and put the iron down on it and try to stick it. Not too hard because you don't want to break the cell. You can roll it, try to straighten it out. So, gotta be real careful with this. Pretty good if I had better glasses. I just like to seal it, just my own peculiarity, just to make sure it's got a good seal. I run another bead of solder on top of the top tabbing wire to the end. And make sure it is bonding all the way. And that's it. And it's got this tabbing wire on the front. And I just held it up to be very careful with these. They break. As you can see, I've had several catastrophes. Okay. That one. Yeah, worse too. I've got a box full of broken ones. But basically, that's how we do them. Stick them away. Try doing another one. See if I get any better at it. Oh, here. Okay. This one. Take it out. Your bead of solder. Yeah, that's a good one. Get your tabbing wire and cut off roughly about 6 inches. I cut off about twice the length of my solar cell, so I have enough to attach to the other solar cell. Sometimes you have to try to straighten the wire out just for ease of soldering. And try to lay it down there. Alright, your solder iron. Press gently. Sometimes it won't stay with you. Sometimes you have to press in 2 or 3 places just to make sure while your hand is still on the tabbing wire, just to make sure it stays there when you lift the iron up. You can just run it. The iron up and down. Careful, because heat does travel through the tabbing wire, even sometimes in the lines on the solder cell. And top it off. This just to make sure my contacts are good. And then done. So, done with the front side. Usually do a set of the fronts. Do all the fronts, and then I turn around and do all the back. Okay, so that's how we do the front side. Okay, now I'm going to, I've finished wiring the fronts, okay? Right, so the negative tabbing, negative terminal on the solar cells, they're all been soldered. Now we have to do the positive side. And doing 2 things in one, to solder the positive side, what I've done is started them out in series so that the front of one silicon wafer, the tab, is going to the back of the other silicon wafer. So it's a series construction. Oh, I just didn't mean to do that, but that's what happens. It broke off. Just take it off, put it away, and I'm wiring a set of 10 sets of 5 in series. So far I've got 2. Here's the third, and I'll put it under the wire, the tabbing wire of the one in front of it. I can cut off that one if the amperage is too low. I can cut off that one and solder in a better one. But this is the way that it's going to go. This tabbing wire is coming off the front. Lift it up. Put the next wafer on, and make sure that tabbing wire is going to go right there. But before I put it there, I'm going to put a little solder on these 3 contact points so that it holds better. Okay, so just put a little solder there. Open sticks. Yeah. That one. And put some on this. There we go. So, got our little beads of solder, as they say in the trade. Electrical trade. And we line up the tabbing wire with the 3 contact points. We leave about 1/4 inch space in between them, in between the wafers. Okay, so let's set the first one and do that one. Solder down this one. About 1/4 inch. So that's in place. Then we set the wire on the others. Put this one in place. I'll let the solder iron burning. And then we put this one. I like my solder shiny, so I don't have what they call cold solder joints. I make sure I like to make it. The last bit of solder, make sure it's nice and shiny, then I know everything is connected. Yeah. Yeah, so that's our third. Okay. No, that's not it. Okay. What I've decided to do is leave this one on here for right now. I'll just make this one set of 5, even though that's defective. I'll leave that one there. This one here, got to put tabs on it. That's going to be our positive terminal for this row of cells. Okay, so I'm going to put some solder on the contact points there. I should turn this down a little. It seems a little hot. Okay. Put some more here. Put some here. Get our tabbing wire, approximately 6 inches. Oh, sorry, dropped it, broke it. And put tabbing wire on. There you go. Connected. That's I have to show a better defect. Even though they say even if it's broken, you're guaranteed a nominal voltage of half a volt per cell. So 5 cells, 2.5 volts in series. Right? Next one, we'll carry on. It won't be perfect, but it'll be hopefully good enough. You'll get some voltage off it. I had a 64, built a 64 volt, 64 cell panel, 8 by 8, half a volt each. It's supposed to get 32 volts. And I got 24 broken cells. 75%. Well, that wasn't bad. Trying to see if I can make a better one, but luck has to be with you when you're dealing with broken cells. Snip off the ends because you don't want it shorting out. Positive shorting with negative. Some of them come with a little bit of solder on them. Someone has been working with them before. That's nicer contact there. So close. Okay, so there we go. This is our first row. Negative terminal, positive terminal. And now this is dangerous because you need someplace to put this. Right now I'm going to build, I need to build 10 more, no, 9 more. Okay? So this is our row connected. First row.